If you're here for the first time, welcome. I am a historian from Arune, and today we will speak of what Lunara and Selene represent. But before I delve into their origin, I want to explain their roles. For Arune's mortals and gods, these are not just celestial twins, but symbols, representations, personifications of forces that shape the world. Symbols defined by the nature of their gifts, what they do, what they protect, what they inspire, and how they touch mortal lives. Understanding this helps us see why they are so revered, so feared, and ultimately why they chose to become one. First, let's look at Lunara, the radiant dreamer. Her very name echoes with the chime of starlight. It is said that when she walks across the heavens, the galaxy trembles, not in fear, but in awe. To understand what Lunara represents, one must look to the heavens and ask, what does the moon mean? What does it say to you? For some, it's a silent witness in the night, a constant companion in solitude. For others, it's a beacon of hope, a promise of dawn after darkness. This is Lunara's gift. She is the light of the silver moon. While Selene casts long shadows across Arune, Lunara paints the world in hues of hope. She is the inspiration for poets and painters, the catalyst for prophecy and dreams. You can see her influence everywhere. In the Undercove, her light guided a lost soul named Quillen, who stumbled through the darkness, showing him visions of what could be. He saw the Shadow Heart Jewel, not just as a relic of pain, but as something that could heal. He saw himself, not just as a refugee, but as a beacon of light. Or when she touched the hearts of the Percourse children, filling them with the spark of divine magic, enabling them to wield the arbor stones, become living embodiments of creation. Even Draconis, the artisans who crafted those stones, they too were touched by Lunara. Their tools glowed under her influence as they shaped metal and wood into vessels of radiant energy. Some say Lunara's touch is strongest in the golden wood. There, her influence seeps into the roots of the oldest trees, making their leaves shimmer with otherworldly light. Here, bards gather round crackling fires, singing tales of her radiance, each note carrying a prayer to the radiant dreamer. Her influence on mortals is a gentle touch, yet profound. They come to her when their spirits are dimmed, when they need a dream to chase, a vision of a better tomorrow. Artists pray to her for inspiration. Lovers seek her blessing for their unions. Scholars turn to her for guidance in their studies. Those in despair call out to her, hoping for a sign, a reason to keep going. Lunara listens. She whispers back in the rustling leaves, the babbling brook, the sighing wind. Her voice is the softest chime, yet it echoes in the chambers of the heart, urging, inspiring, illuminating. But what does this say about Lunara? What does it say about the kind of power she represents? First, she is all about creation and illumination. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, shaping the tides, Lunara's influence ebbs and flows, affecting the very course of destiny. Second, she is closely tied to magic, not the wild, untamed kind, but a magic born of order and intention. The arbor stones, they didn't just burst into existence. They were crafted, imbued with Lunara's essence through focused magic. Lastly, her influence touches every aspect of life: art, love, knowledge, even despair. She is a part of the whole, a catalyst for experience, both the beautiful and the painful. Now, let's shift our focus to Selene, the shadowed guardian. As the sister of Lunara, she too holds an integral place in the celestial tapestry. But unlike her twin, whose light illuminates, Selene's presence is felt in the quiet depths of indigo shadows. Her very name whispers of secrets kept and mysteries held close. To understand what Selene represents, one must look within themselves, introspect and ask, what do shadows mean? What do they hide? What do they protect? For some, they are mere darkness, void of meaning. For others, they are a place of introspection, a space to confront one's inner self. This is Selene's gift. She is the shadow of the indigo moon. While Lunara paints the world in hues of hope, Selene casts a veil of mystery, ensuring balance in the scales of existence. You can see her influence everywhere. In the undercove, her shadow guided Quillen through the labyrinthine tunnels, protecting him from unseen dangers. It was her presence that kept the proto-demons at bay, forcing them to retreat into the ethereal mists. When she strengthened Draconis, the warriors, imbuing them with the resilience to withstand the onslaught of demonic plagues. Her touch ensured the survival of her people, shaping their destinies and fortifying their resolve. Or consider the hidden, the dragon riders who soared through the skies. Selene watched over them, strengthening their bond with their draconic companions, guiding them as they danced between earth and sky. Her influence is most potent in the Iron Peaks, where the peaks pierce the heavens and the caverns run deep. Here, amidst the dark crags and crevices, her vigilance is most apparent, keeping the ancient evils of the earthbound, protecting Rune from the abyss. Her influence on mortals is a steady hand on the shoulder, a silent strength beside them in moments of peril. They come to her when the path ahead is fraught with danger, when the weight of responsibility threatens to crush them. Heroes call out to her for the strength to face their fears. Leaders pray for her guidance in times of crisis. Warriors seek her blessing before a battle. Selene listens. She whispers back in the rumble of an avalanche, the crash of thunder, the creak of ancient stones. Her voice is the solidest oak, yet it resonates in the marrow of the bones, grounding, steadying, strengthening. So what does this say about Selene? What does it say about the kind of power she represents? First, she is all about protection and vigilance. Just as the moon casts shadows, shielding the earth from its harsh rays, Selene's influence guards Rune from chaos, be it demonic plagues, natural disasters, or existential threats. Second, she is deeply connected to the unknown, the hidden aspects of existence, the things that lurk in the shadows. Her touch brings forth what is concealed, forcing confrontation with the things that go bump in the night. Finally, her influence extends to every corner of life where mortals face peril, be it in the darkest depths of the undercove or the heart of a raging storm. She is ever present, a silent sentinel ensuring the survival of her people. In essence, Lunara and Selene embody the yin and yang of existence, the light and shadow, creation and protection, hope and vigilance. Together, they form a harmonious whole, a celestial dance of balance and beauty. Now, you might be wondering, if they are so crucial to Rune, how did they come to be? Where did these celestial twins originate? Well, that, my friends, is a tale for another day. Stay tuned for more stories from Rune, and until then, ponder on the gifts of the twins. How do they touch your life? What do you pray to them for? Share your thoughts below, because remember, the stories of Arune, they're not just told by me, they're lived by you.